And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
Violence breeds violence. Repression breeds retaliation. And only a cleansing of our whole society can we remove this sickness from our souls.
Those folks who were responsible have been held accountable.
That develops weapons of mass destruction. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society.
And welcome back to another episode of the WRK podcast, where we ask the questions, but at the end of the day, who really knows? As always, I'm your host, AJ, here with my good friends Dylan and Michael.
Yeah.
Howdy.
In the studio on a Monday for the first time in like a month. That's, I'm not mad about it. It's good time. Good time.
Right, schedule. Back on a Monday, baby. Fuck yeah, baby.
Yeah, so before we start this episode, make sure you follow all the links to our Instagram, our Patreon page, everything down below. It's going to be in the description. And yeah, outside of that, I don't know, what else do we got? So follow us on Twitter at DeborahKPod, Instagram at DeborahKPodcast. Hit up the Patreon page, support the show. All you out there loving us. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, because we want that custom URL and we are so close to it. Just hit the follow button. Hit that subscribe, punch the notification bell so you see every time we go live.
Yeah.
Follow us everywhere. Follow Dylan home.
Yeah. Follow me home.
Speaking of Dylan, this episode comes from his brain, which I always love when one of these guys comes up with a fun topic.
Yeah, I feel like, did we write them down?
Yeah.
All my other ideas? Because I was like, I feel like it was some nice ideas, and this one especially was like, yeah, we definitely could talk about this.
We got this one. We got Gamergate in the future. We got all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh, yeah. Fun stuff is all I do. That's who I be, is fun stuff. That's why I have an alcohol problem. I'm too fun, okay? I need to calm back. I need to be
I'm the fun uncle. Yeah, so Dylan, do you want to take us away?
Yeah, so I think today what we're going to be talking about is, and not necessarily YouTube strictly, even though our title says YouTube has a problem while we're streaming live on YouTube, so that's always awesome.
I thought it was funny. It was just a little cheeky thing I did.
So we are talking today about people who use their influence on mostly women, mostly guys using their influence on females, mostly men who are big-time streamers on YouTube, on Twitch, anything like that. Even people outside of the streaming platforms and video platforms, anyone in general really that uses their power to
Entice.
to not necessarily, I mean, you don't even have to physically do something with a person to, as what we're calling today, grooming them. The idea that you're using your power to make someone else feel, like they need to feel like they need to do something with such person that has all this power, or else they will be canceled. They will be taken, people won't watch them anymore. They'll lose everything they built up. So I don't know, kind of like what we see everywhere, like in Hollywood when we did that episode with big old Weinstein and stuff like that, but on the gamer side of things, it happens everywhere.
Yeah, there's a community that we're not in the public. In that community, we're not in the public, but we're in there in private, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the way that I would say it. Like, we game, we just don't stream. We could.
Right.
We're going to, but
Yeah, of course.
but it's like it's kind of a subject that hits close to home for us, I guess, as gamer boys.
Yeah, you can stream and be a great human being, but there's a lot of these weirdos out there that are
Dude, and
messaging other kids.
Yeah,
and
and
doing weird stuff.
there's some that it will fucking like that don't get talked about enough that will fucking surprise people, and I know a lot of my accounts come from YouTube influencers that do this, and it's fucked up.
It is. I guess to just start off so I don't get off topic later in the video. The one that surprised me, and this isn't gaming related or YouTube related. This is was just kind of it's not really that big of a deal, but it's talking about Drake texting what's her name, Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things, and you know, she's like 14 at the time, and people are just tweeting out being like, bro, because she said, you know, Millie was like, oh, Drake's the best, you know, we're texting each other all the time, all day. And so people are, you know, just giving him weird vibes.
Red
like,
flag.
I don't think this is the first accusation of Drake texting younger people.
Well, so
as well.
another one, and I didn't see the other one.
It's about
It is
sex.
about
That's her
sex.
favorite stuff.
But like, yeah, if Drake was texting me, I'd want to text him too.
Yeah, you're not gonna
But-
not
Right.
text Drake back.
So
I
people
want to see what he looks like without the wheelchair.
people are making accusations at him and, you know, poking at him, being like, bro, like, this is really weird, you shouldn't be doing this, which, I mean, kind of, you shouldn't be doing this. And another one that came up was God, what's the black haired green girl's name?
Billie
God.
Eilish.
Yeah, so she's 17. I don't know how old
She's
she is
18
now.
now.
But
Yeah, she's
that's
18
another
now.
one that she was, when they were talking about it, and she said, again, Drake is, you know, a way nice dude. We're texting all the time, nonstop. And it's like, all right, Drake, like, I mean, it could be him just being a nice person. You know, it's
Well,
always-
with that one, it could be like him building a professional
Right.
relationship. But with the girl from Stranger Things, what's he gonna do? Go back to acting and
Right.
They're not gonna put him in the credits as Drake. They're gonna put him in as Aubrey Brown. Was that his last? Aubrey. His first name's Aubrey.
Oh, weird.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And they're going to put him in a wheelchair again. They're going to put him back in the wheelchair.
we really like that episode where that school shooter got you in the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like the surprise that I was like, yeah, I guess, you know, we talked about Hollywood and other people, but I mean, that's just weird vibes,
Well,
Drake.
Drake's fucking co-owner of 100 Thieves.
Dude, I saw this one interview with Lil Wayne or whatever, dude. And it was Lil Wayne talking to they're like 12 and 13-year-old boys. He's like, we're going to take you to the back of the studio and did what they did to us, da-da-da-da. And this was all like on, I don't know, like camera and
I
shit.
think I saw that video,
And
I think.
He's like, oh, we'll get you fucked up, da-da-da-da-da. It's like, bro, these guys are like 12 and 13.
Right.
Weird.
I mean, okay.
Did they end up on his like private skate park on top of a Miami high rise?
They probably fell off the private skate park.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, then they weren't
Well,
very good at
let me-
hand plants.
Let me
I
tell
don't
you
know
this.
what to tell you.
I think that Lil Wayne was also abused by fucking Birdman. If you've like seen any of the shit, like, dude, they were together, kind of thing. If you know what I mean. Like they were kissing each other on the mouth.
What?
Lil Wayne and
Lil
Birdman.
Wayne,
So I mean, it probably he probably got groomed as well.
Yeah.
Could be.
And it's
He's-
wild to think, like, people who are so famous doing it, like Hollywood style, but I think this is just a fucking, since it's in video games where no one, it could go so undetected.
Right.
You could have some random streamer message some random ass girl that is following him.
Yeah.
Random as fuck. You know? It's not completely under the radar, and thank God people get called out for that shit. But like,
See, I disagree. I feel like it's too under the radar.
Yeah, no, it's way too under the radar.
In the amount of people in the last like 2 years have been called out. Like, I mean, I agree.
Right.
I'm
Now
glad they're
it's
getting called
better.
out for it.
It's getting more called
But-
out. People are
Like, we're talking people with like 30 million subscribers and
Yeah, but
people with
who's gonna call them out other than these people's parents?
the other people that are around them in that community should
Right,
be.
but if you
like,
DM this young girl, who's gonna know other but than this little girl's parents? You know, maybe.
see, and that's where the whole like YouTube thing comes in, where they have these content houses where all these content creators live together. And
Never heard of that.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
It's a huge thing in
XQC
LA.
is living with Soda Poppin' now, and I'm like very confused by that. And I don't understand it. He was living with Adept, and they were like, they must have had a falling out or something. I don't know. But I don't know why he's living with Soda Poppin', and he's like, the rules are I can't slam my table and I can't scream. And it's just like, why are you there then? You're like the most popular. Like, you could buy yourself a mansion or something. Buy yourself the biggest house ever. Like, what?
More publicity.
For those regular listeners of the show, we're gonna be this is another aspect that we enjoy in our lives is this gaming community stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a problem there that needs to be talked about, and it involves questionable P words. So
Questionable P words.
Perverts.
Pedophiles.
Prostitutes. Platypuses.
Did somebody get it?
yeah.
Oh, man. Let's get...
It was pronouns.
Platypus.
Platypus.
Yeah. Ooga.
Oh no, Dylan.
Wait, so what was the word?
The word of the day for this podcast is brought to you by pedophiles.
Pedophiles. Nice.
Well, it was pedophiles. We're not bringing pedophiles onto the show today, are we? Because if we are, I got the hammer in the trunk, and we can just hammer on some
TDL,
pedophiles.
man.
Pow!
You guys saw the new cleaver I got in the mail today.
Damn, I
It
did.
is
Yeah.
what it is.
Dude, we should just invite them over and just, like, turn your basement into, like, a Dexter thing.
No, because then we need a new studio.
Oh, yeah. Well, if anybody knows
We need enough
of a
plastic.
separate place, I got the plastic.
The
bud.
beach at a tourist. Hey, cheers. Word of the
Cheers.
day.
Cheers. Word of the
Cheers.
day.
Word of the day. Brought to you by pedophiles. Oh, I think I'm going to pull a Maurer and just throw up randomly after taking a shot.
Well, you need your girlfriend's coat to throw up on.
Oh, yeah, true.
I can text her.
All right, let's get her over here.
It's real cold
Get
in my
her-
basement.
get her
Can you-
here.
Can you bring a coat?
But I want yours, not mine.
Yeah, so, Dylan, do you have a gamer boy in question that you want to start off the show with? I'm kind of like trying to just like guide you through, but let you take the rails here.
Hey, I mean, I have my different scenarios, and I might as well just start at the top. I think one of the biggest kind of, I don't know, controversy. It's not really that bad, but I'd say it's controversial because people are on both sides of it. It's the Carson King story.
Call me Carson.
Call me Carson.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
So-
that was one of the things that I had too.
So that
in
is
my brain.
I don't think you can't search up Twitch streamers or streamers, fucking, allegations and shit like that without that being the first like 5 things that pop up.
Right, and the reason he got caught out for it too is like I was saying earlier is the content houses. He lived in a content house,
And
Right.
and he told his roommates that were also like millionaire content creators
He's
that
like, hey,
he
I'm
was
banging kids.
no he was just straight up. He's like, hey, I've been sexting a girl that's 16 years old. She lives in Idaho. Blah blah blah.
17.
Yeah. Either
16,
way.
16 might that's where I think people would start to be like, okay,
Okay,
maybe.
well, let me ask you this. What's the age of consent?
The state to state.
You know,
but-
okay, state to state, but,
But federally is 18.
Okay. Why? I mean, sexting is. I mean, that is kind of gross and shit like that. Especially, I don't know who this guy is. Is he old as fuck or something?
He's 19. So Call Me Carson.
okay.
That's where the
She's
that's
17.
Where, yep.
Dude, and he's 19.
And you're just like everyone else. So if you
that's
look
not
at
too big. It's not too big of a deal. I
the
really
people,
don't care.
the biggest streamers on probably. I mean, this is, you've probably heard a lot of these fucking Asmongold, Destiny, Soda Poppin',
But
Moist Critical.
The one thing that I guess
I'll
I'll
agree.
say.
I'll agree.
One thing I'll say though is, that the age difference in that one may not be that severe, but the fact that he's got this influential power over these people.
And that's where
so
that's where I was gonna get at. This whole topic is, you get wishy-washy because so you start listening to all these most popular streamers, like I said, Destiny, Soda Poppin', especially Moist Critical, and they're all saying they agree with the situation. And I don't know how much they've looked into it, and it kind of makes you say, yeah, it's a 19 and a 17-year-old. But it's something else, when I was doing my research, somewhere it said it's not really the age that's the problem so much as the influencer itself influencing another person to try and do things. Doesn't matter what age you are, if someone's trying to use their power to get a little handsy on you, like that's where the problem really lies. You could be a perfectly normal 19, 17-year-old couple, you know, whatever. It's not going to bug anyone, I don't think. But you just never know because he has all this influence.
Well, wasn't one of the girls that he was doing that, because he was doing that with multiple people, and one of the girls, he was like, basically, either you do, if I'm remembering correctly, he was like, if you don't do this, I don't know if we can continue this relationship.
Right.
And they throw, like, people who have influence over, like, fans, like, they throw in the word relationship and shit like that, and it really fucking digs deep into their brains, like, oh, we have something.
Yeah, I have something with.
Yeah.
Maybe she was looking for
Like,
a millionaire though.
relationship can literally, I doubt it.
So this,
Not from this guy, but
I don't know
like,
what he looks like.
yeah.
he looks a little weird. I don't know. He doesn't,
Look him up on your phone. Carson King.
Marshall
He,
Mathers.
which is weird because it's the same name as the guy who raised all that money for the.
Oh, the Hawkeye dude.
Yeah,
I remember
and
that.
everyone was so confused, and I was like, no, it's not the same guy. And then we literally looked it up, and it's the same name. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's I'm pretty, like, he was like, yeah, we're not going to be able to continue this relationship. And it's like, what are you doing, dude?
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
why are you talking to your fans on an intimate, like, I'm
Right.
sorry.
I
Why
would like-
groupies are one thing when you're in a rock band or something
I'm
like
just
that.
saying this, dude. If I don't know. What? How, okay, then as a celebrity, do you just date other celebrities or what? Like, why can I not
No,
just
you
date a
can date-
rando?
You can date
fans.
randos.
You can date
You can-
fans and stuff. Like the others big
But when you're
streamers advocated for
manipulating
that.
them and
Right.
doing,
You know, I understand that.
I have DMs. I would let a quick little DM between the girl named Sam or girl on fucking whatever, but I'd like to read their quick little conversation.
Can you do voices?
Call me Carson says.
All right, I didn't like that.
Yeah. Okay, so Carson goes, I'm scared. I want to talk to you for the wrong reasons. Sam says, elaborate. Carson goes, what if I only want to talk to you for the sexual part of it? I don't want that, but, like, I'm worried about it. What if, subconsciously, I'm only talking to you because it turns me on or something? I mean,
He's being serious. I mean, he's letting them know though.
I mean, yeah.
He's not like, I love you.
That's how I would try and message a girl that I wasn't trying to date, but fuck. Like, if I was in this, that's how I would message it. Okay, but then it gets... this is where I don't think I would say what he was saying. So he goes, you know, after saying subconsciously, I'm only talking to you because it turns me on. And he goes, is that what you want? And Sam goes, what other options are there? Also, what would you want to happen? And he goes, which right there. Also, what would you want to happen means she's curious about. She's a little curious about it. Yeah. No, trust me. But then he goes, I don't know. All I know is every time I jack off now, I have a really hard time not thinking of you. I guess my brain got stimulated and now it wants more, you know? And Sam goes, sorry, I was in school. But yeah, I get that.
That's weird. When she said, oh, I'm in high school.
I'm in school, sorry. Like, I was in school, sorry.
See, that's where I'm like,
And that's the message that after he says, all I know is every time I jack off now, I have a really hard time not thinking about you. And she goes, her first response is, sorry, was in school. But yeah, I get that. And it's like,
Bro, I just, you know, AJ knows.
red flag.
AJ knows too, because he just fucking had another year added onto his life. But I'm on Tinder and shit, and I just had to fucking up, like, the fucking, oh, now I won't see anybody, you know, under fucking 23 kind of thing. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
After a certain
I
age,
don't
it's
have
like,
that problem because I've been
Yeah.
basically married for like...
Well, yeah. But you did just get another year under your belt because you're old now.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, just had to put it out there. But it's like, no, like I used to have my thing set to, you know, I could only see X amount of years, and now I put it like up a couple more years. And I'm like, oh, this
See,
is
my thing
not
was
what I
when
want.
I was on Tinder, I was like,
just fucking with people.
yeah, well, I did that Well, I did that for a long time. Like
I remember.
even I would fuck with people on.
You gave me quite a good lines.
Yeah, well, I would fuck with people on Tinder even. Yeah, but like for a long time, I did that.
That's really
And
honestly.
I would literally just go on there and troll people.
Yeah.
But when I was using it for dating or hookups, I think it was like the third or fourth time I used it. I was like, I need to change that because you're seeing people on Facebook because it's run through Facebook. You're seeing people that are probably like fucking 17, 16 on there marked as 18 because they made their account when they were younger, and I was just like, no.
Bro,
like,
I'm at I got people up to it's like 23 and up now. It's like me, you, and 23 or something.
I think fucking with people is probably the best outcome. Whether who they are, stay away from the youngins and fuck with it. That's the only way you get a girl's attention on those websites. Unless you're a supermodel that's
I
ripped.
think we're just fucking them with them just to fuck with them. I don't think we're trying to get attention.
Oh no, you
I would
have to
literally
have that
just,
mindset,
like-
but then they want you. Then they're like, "Wow, this guy is really just doesn't care about me." I learned that the hard way with Tinder, and then I'll never go back to Tinder girls because
dude,
they're crazy. I'm sorry.
I literally would get
Sorry, Tinder girls, but you crazy. Sorry.
my old
I ain't
my
mad
old
about
my
it.
old roommate Nick would call me the Tinder savage because I would get really fucking drunk and just sit there. Apparently, they added like a swipe limit. Unless you pay for more.
Yeah.
I never heard.
Yeah,
like,
so, yeah. It's
but I would sit there and just like swipe right or like everyone, and in the morning I'd wake up and message everyone that matched and be like, I made a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, okay,
I'm sorry.
you have to be prepared for that. That's like people who say bullying still needs to be allowed, and because it helps, you need to be
Bullying?
Bullying.
Oh, bullying. It doesn't need
And
to be allowed.
It's just that it's like you need to have someone that's that big of a dick to you in life. Like when I worked construction and had the one guy I worked with who was the biggest dick ever, and I was
Me.
like, you need that person in your life.
It's me.
Everyone always asks me, and I was like, I work construction with Michael. He's an awesome guy to work with. Like we had there was never a time where you.
But we were also both turds back then.
Right.
I mean, I didn't have to yell at you because I didn't know anything either.
Right.
But now I have to yell at people because I know what
Dude, I
I'm
lost
shit.
my shit at work on Sunday.
Just fucking screaming at turds.
Dude, it was,
Well, it's Father Day, so it was packed as fuck probably.
and it was raining. Like, it would have been dead, but it was storming out.
So all the fathers couldn't grill.
Yeah, so Mother's Day at restaurants is usually one of the busiest days of the year. And we matched Mother's Day just with our brunch. And I was, or like, we got close to it. We also had a catering event that also added, $2,000 to on top of our food sales. But I was like,
Is that private or does Lark actually cater stuff?
we actually like do catering there.
Ah.
But I fucking like someone ordered a taco and I was like, all right, where is the fucking, like, because we have one taco that's a hard shell. I'm like, where is it? I don't see it anywhere. Where the fuck is it? And someone's like, I don't know. I was like, I swear to fucking Christ, if we don't find a hard shell taco in the next 5 seconds, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. And the head chef looked at me, and then someone's like, oh, I found one, and I looked at him, I was like, I was this close. I was literally an inch away from going full back to being
I wish-
like a job site manager.
I wish I had somebody to fucking like look at when I fucking blow up on people and be like, oh,
To
dude,
be
that was
like-
kind of funny.
Yeah.
That was funny as fuck, huh? But dude, because like,
Dude, there was one time,
now it's
like,
just me and I fucking blow up by myself and I just gotta go to my truck and laugh by myself and it sucks.
Dude, there was one time that I got pulled aside like 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. And there was just this guy that we work with. Not going to name names, but
Ooh.
uh,
Is he a Sasquatch?
no, he's hands and feet is how I describe him. But he was like, I said, how am I supposed to plate these sandwiches if I don't have any buns to put them on? And he's like, oh, well, I got this. I'm like, yeah, there's 4 burgers on the grill and there's 3 buns on the grill. I'm pretty fucking good at math, but I don't need to be a rocket scientist to tell you you're missing shit.
Right.
And the head chef pulled me out. He's like, I had to leave because I was laughing so hard.
Oh man,
I feel like Chef he would definitely respect the fuck out of me.
bro,
Dude,
my boss.
Dylan's seen me blow the fuck up on
Oh,
the
yeah.
kitchen
Bro, my
line.
boss likes it when people get in fights at work. I mean, he's so rich he doesn't have anything other than
That's
that for
that's
entertainment.
that James Jones entertainment.
Oh, dude, he loves it. He's like, oh, you guys got in a
Yeah,
fight?
I kept
That's
wondering,
funny.
AJ. I was like, I knew eventually once he gets more comfortable, he'll go back to, if it needs to happen, back to the old ways. And I bet I could see Chef just loving if he could see the montage of Peppers, which would probably be like a 5-hour long montage video of everything you've ever said, maybe even longer.
Probably.
I think he would literally just he'd shed a tear. He'd start crying. He'd be like, "Wow, it's standing ovation." Probably, honestly, no one does it better. I can't be that mean. I don't
Dude,
have.
I've told someone that there were more brain cells dripping down their mom's leg than there are in his head before. Like, to his face. Like, in all fairness, I said it to the man's face.
Right. And
Like a real man.
Yeah. If
Like,
you,
you know,
that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna be mean to someone, just say it to their face. It's great. If you talk behind someone's back, that's why I don't talk behind people's backs. I do sometimes, but like it's not anything I wouldn't say to someone's face. Too.
Yeah, that's my policy too. Is like, you never say something behind someone's
Right.
back that you won't say to their face.
Right, like if I ever I've gotten caught out for shit before where people will be like, "Oh, this person said this," and I'm like, "Yeah, because you know what, you are a fucking dumbass. You're fucking stupid. What you did was dumb as fuck." And then they're sitting there like, "Oh shit, I wasn't prepared to be like, I don't know, called out.
I was
don't know."
gonna catch you off
Right,
guard.
right. Yeah, always say shit to people's face. It always ends up better. but-
Mean what you say if you're gonna say it behind someone's back, because you're probably gonna end up saying it to their face at some point. It is.
All right, we need Mike back. I want to finish reading the. I guess we got past my favorite part. My favorite part of the messages was.
I'm in school.
No, that was. Oh God, where is it? Where Carson when he goes. All I know is every time I jack off, all I know is every time I jack off now, I have a really hard time not thinking of you, and it's like, that's all you know, Carson? That's everything you know? Really? All you know is that's it. That's
And
your whole-
Minecraft. He's pretty good at Minecraft.
Yeah, and Minecraft, which I don't know if he's banned from that shit. I don't know what. People have his back. People have his back, and I think I kind of I have his back because he said in the beginning of the messages saying I don't want a relationship, like I want to fuck.
But you saw like the messages that he was sending his roommates and shit, right? Like, the reason he got called out was from one of his roommates is the one that called him out.
Yeah, I know and you know what's actually crazy is I fucking was trying to do all these notes on this dumbass little computer and could barely read any of the fucking messages anywhere. It was impossible. I kept trying to find shit. This is one of the ones I could find that would bring me to something, but what was he just
He
like
literally messaged all. What the fuck was the name of their group?
Fuck, I should have written that down. I know what it is. Oh man, the group is the. Oh, shit, I don't know if you're looking it up. Fine, I gotta take a wicked piss.
What were you talking about? What group?
Oh, it's called the Lunch Club. The group that Call Me Carson was in.
Oh, like his house thing?
Yeah.
Ah.
So he was messaging them. He's like, "Yeah, I've been sexting minors. It's probably gonna come out."
Oh, so already knew. So he must have said something weird, which we were already watching, and
Well,
then her mom told or something. She told.
and it gets to the point where it's like, what hasn't been made public in that case?
Exactly.
Like-
Exactly. I don't know. I'll tell you this. I was on
I'm
Tinder.
masturbating, thinking about you.
And
Oh,
you're
sorry, I was in
what?
biology class.
Yeah,
Like-
dude, my teacher walked by and saw that message.
Oh,
I had to tell him it was my dad. I'm just kidding.
Well, he probably knew she was a minor, but I'll tell you this. I was on Tinder one day, and like you said, there was a bunch of girls. I mean, there was this girl that fucking was messaging me, and I didn't realize she was under 18 until her fucking dad got on her Tinder and fucking messaged me and be like, "Hey, this is this girl's dad. She's only like 17 years old." I'm like, "Whoa, what?" And I instant delete, instant block, instant flag, instant everything, and I felt horrible about myself.
All right, so Sam, the girl who was messaging, I just want to finish through this. he's talking about, like, dude, when I jack off about you, like, it's crazy. Like, I jack off a lot, but honestly, you're like the number one girl in my brain when I jack off, and that's all I can think about
many
every
times
second
do you
of the
think
day.
you
Wait, did he
jacks off
say
a
I
day?
jack off a lot?
He should have. He basically said it right there. If you're gonna tell a girl you jack off, you jack off a lot. That's saying right there you jack off a lot. But anyway, so she goes, I was in school, but yeah. Next he goes, what if we read on Snap? I don't know what that means. Re-add on Snap? Like maybe they deleted each other's snaps because it was bad. That's what I'm guessing it is. And next time you're horny, we have some fun again. All I could think about that was Call Me Carson just turned into Austin Powers. And he's like, do I make you horny, baby? Do I?
Well, he's not even saying the next time I make you horny. He's just saying the next time you're horny, call me.
Yeah, next time you're horny, we have some fun again. Which means they did some stuff before, and I don't know the whole situation. She says,
Well, Call Me Carson's like 23 now.
Which she's 21 now.
Yeah,
Right.
but
How weird is that? Not that weird.
not that weird. But when you're messaging a high school student that's a fan of you,
Yeah,
I think the fan of it is the worst. The age isn't bad.
The age isn't bad. It's
The fan of it.
him using his.
well, the
Influence.
age is sus when it's 19 and 17 because you go
Not-
through a lot.
I won't-
You go through a lot of
I
shit
can't say
between.
that because I dated a 17. Well, it was 2 weeks before her 18th birthday, but still, I guess I dated a 17-year-old when I was 19.
And
But I guess
dated-
I wasn't a fucking streamer. I didn't have nobody knew who I was.
well, you had no
yeah.
power over her.
Yeah.
Like, it's just. But
That's the problem is the power.
the power.
That's the problem is the issue is the power. But anyways, so she
just
goes.
don't message your fans except for McCheese. I'll
He
always
goes,
message you back.
what if we
McCheese.
re-add on Snap and next time you're horny, baby, we have some fun again? And she goes, I just don't want to be the only thing I just don't want that to be the only thing we do, She's gold digging. Part of me thinks she's trying to either gold dig
Same.
or wants a relationship, but part of me thinks she's gold digging. I keep up on streamers a lot. Like, I watch Streamers Reloaded and Scarce's videos of all of his shit. I don't know why I'm not a reality TV guy, but watching streamers drama is fucking awesome.
Well, yeah, but like,
not me.
what do people that streamers interact with them outside of the stream think they're gonna get out of it?
Right.
It's
Well,
Other than be famous.
I mean, like, relationship, like, okay,
Yeah,
so
like,
this
there's
couple.
there's two options. You either get hosted by a popular streamer or you send them nudes and they forget about you.
I think so. Listen to this. This is fucking hilarious.
I'll take
This
some
couple.
news.
There's this one. This couple. They stream with like Soda, XQC. I don't know. They're a couple, and I remember they stream next to each other in the same room. And she thought that he killed him in a game or something. Like he was joking, but like she died for some reason and got fucked up for some reason, and it wasn't his fault. And he joked about it, that it was like, I think it was like Among Us or something, and someone joked about him like reading the chat or seeing her smile or something like that. And she just was so fucking pissed and went, I'm not going to carry your stream anymore. Like, they fight a lot, but that was the funniest one where she says, well, I'm done carrying your stream's ass. I'm done. You fucking, taking my stream or my views because you're with me or something like that. I'm done carrying your ass. And I was just like, damn, bro, that's what happens when you actually get a relationship by, like, taking a smaller person,
That's how I feel at work.
And that's from a girl too, so that's a hard thing to find because I feel like it's male dominated.
No, females, if they're streaming, they get so much more viewers.
But-
No,
because
that's
they got,
not true
they
at
got-
all.
How many viewers does Belle Delphine have?
That's
No,
completely
no,
different
no.
because she's not even on a streaming service.
Not
She's on
anymore.
right?
She used to be.
But they literally did an analytics check the other day, or not the other day, like a yearly analytics check.
It is male way
female
dominant.
streamers are so like literally, it's like Serena Williams as far as professional male tennis players.
Wait. Can we change that example to whatever that one dumb soccer player girl is?
What?
Do you know the soccer player girl that was like, oh, we need to be paid as much as male soccer players, but then they lost to like
the
high
whole
school
U.S.
team.
team.
The
or
whole
whatever.
U.S. women's soccer team
I'm not
lost.
saying they don't.
lost
I think they should.
They lost to a high school team.
But anyway,
It's not
anyways,
even what,
I know,
not
I know.
even comparable. but I'm
you're
just-
just talking about Serena Williams, and I wanted you to.
well,
bring
I
it
was
over to that
using it
other
in the
girl.
example of like her,
I know.
like her skill as a professional tennis player as to like the viewer rating of a female streamer
And that's kind of what I was
is
talking about.
well, yeah, but I'm just using an example as
I don't even think Serena's as good though, because she's already
not that
so.
good.
She's no, I just mean she's so like that's where Bella Delphine.
rank-
She's so popular that she's a celebrity.
Yeah.
But the
Compared-
average
compared to
girl,
being
the
good.
average girl, I think the
Yeah,
average
okay.
is what Twitch is like. The average girl, yes, can get viewers, but it's male dominated. It's so male dominated.
it's Pokimane and who else?
Which is celebrity status now.
Someone
It's celebrity
else
status.
was like
Valkyrie is fucking celebrity
yeah,
status.
she was like one of the top trending female streamers on YouTube,
Momukin.
and she was like 400% lower than the like fourth place male streamer on YouTube.
It's
Well,
male.
I believe
it's-
that too. I mean, the same thing with sports. Is kind of what I was getting at with that soccer lady.
Well, yeah, no,
The
but
same thing with sports. That's why they make so much more money. You know, that's it, the females
yeah.
are like, oh, we make so much
They
less
wanna
money
watch,
than
like-
you, but we also have way less viewers.
It is tight though. Video games, I do like it because about females, like yeah, in female sports, yeah, they can't beat a hockey team, but in games, I've seen some girls play games that are off the chain. Valkyrie wasn't bad, but there's another Fortnite player, Leola, and oh my god, she's fucking
well, it's
Right,
not
but
it's not
okay,
even
She might be good, but it's like okay.
she's like one of the best. She's
Hey,
like
dude,
one of the best.
You think she
it's
could
not
beat the
it's
best
not about
male
when
Fortnite
it
player?
well,
she
when,
probably
yeah,
she
the-
holds
the
up. She
best.
won like a streamer tournament, and
Okay.
she was like
Oh,
in
yeah.
the top like 3. Like she was.
well,
she's
when it
fucking
comes to it's not
nuts.
like physical skill, but it's when it comes to like viewership, you have to take
Right.
account for the audience. Like there's how many fucking neckbeard women haters are out there on
yeah.
Twitch watching.
Oh, I will say
They're
this.
like, oh fuck this bitch, I'm
I
not
will
watching
say
her."
this. I do not like very many female artists. I will say that. I mean,
Oh, I'm not. I'll say
there's
it
a
too.
lot that I do like, but
Oh,
there
yeah.
are not very
No,
many.
I agree. I'm not a fan of I'm singing. I like a man's raspy. I like Chris Cornell's fucking like he's like on meth, like talking to me, whispering me through a plastic cup with the string on it through the bathroom wall or something. That's what I like. But okay, let's go. Okay, so he goes, Riyadh on Snap, next time you're horny, we have some fun again. I just don't want that to be the only thing we do. Carson goes, yeah, but fuck, Sam, you're hard to resist. And she goes, so are you. I feel like this is all my fault. Damn. And he goes, if anything, it's my fault because I can't control myself. I feel like right there, he keeps admitting to himself he knows he's kind of doing something wrong.
So what's a sex? What's it called when you can't stop having sex? What's that called?
Sex addict.
A nymphomaniac or whatever. Yeah,
Nympho,
sex addict.
yeah.
My nympho,
A
I'll be
sex
a
addict.
nympho.
Well, maybe he's got problems. You know. And
And it sounds like he's addressing that he does have problems. He's
for
like,
the
I
wrong
know
person.
this is
He should
wrong.
be talking to a counselor about that.
But he goes, because I can't control myself. Fucking
Well, maybe
hell.
it's her high school counselor messaging him back.
He goes, I want to, but it's a bad idea. Oh, wait. What the fuck just happened?
Reload the page. No, I don't know, man. If you can't help yourself, you do either got to look for help or somebody's got to help you look for help.
He goes, fucking hell, I want to, but it's a bad idea. I'm not going to lie. I'm scared getting your hopes up or something. I'm willing to try, but it's such a bad idea. But so is sexting you. Fuck. Like, it's hard. Like, I think he actually, I don't know.
Oh, he's a
It's weird.
Minecraft YouTuber.
Like, I think he likes the girl, but he doesn't want to do a relationship because he knows, like, coming out, people are going to be on his ass about it.
Or maybe he's trying to get some booty.
It could go both ways, but I think he has a lot of support, but definitely him the way he is, I kind of get the vibe that he probably is more of a piece of shit than he is a good guy.
You said she's
Yeah.
from Idaho.
I feel like he is more of a piece of shit than he is a good person.
I was going to look up the laws in Idaho. Is she from Idaho, you said? Or is that just like a random state you threw out your butt?
Oh, and another thing about Carson, and it's wild. This is like the first thing in my notes, and we're not even past. But it talks about Carson. One of the funny things that I thought was fucking hilarious, and I people might fucking slam me or something. I don't know, but there's a game on Steam. Have you heard about this, AJ? The game that he has 107 hours in. So he has a game.
You're talking about High School Simulator or whatever the fuck it's called.
So Carson has a game, and this is huge. People slam him for this. He has a game with 107 hours on Steam called Pregnancy.
What?
Where it's guiding a 14-year-old girl through a pregnancy after being raped and abused. And
yeah, I heard about that. I just
and-
couldn't remember the name of it.
And it's like, okay, like people are like, okay, did he do it for the memes? Did he play this for the memes? Like he's a content creator. Are you not gonna like? If I were trying to get people to watch my content, what would I pick? Fucking Sheep Simulator or having a pregnant girl fucking going pregnancy and getting raped and shit like that? Like, I mean, if you were going for views, I feel like the obvious answer is that. But it also, I don't know. It's that was a huge topic to people. People were like, "What the fuck is this guy? This guy is not okay."
Yeah, he's got like major creep status.
Bro, look, I just looked up a photo of him. He definitely had 0 friends in high school.
Oh, he looks like a nerd. That's
Well,
why.
He
when
definitely
was-
wore a fucking trench coat to high school every day.
Yeah, of course he did. Of course he wore a trench coat to.
And then he got famous on YouTube and he started messaging other girls in high school.
Yeah, well, it's because he was, you know, it's you go back to the time where you think that, I mean, especially with rapists, I think you go back to a traumatizing time and you're like, oh, well, this is where I need to be. This is who I am emotionally, maybe. And maybe he was emotionally traumatized in high school, and now he's like, well, I'm still kind of in high school. Let's fuck these girls.
I have another person. I don't know, AJ. Do you have another person you want to bring up?
No,
We got
you just
time?
shoot your shots.
So there's a guy we used to watch stream. I remember I watched this guy back when he was a streamer and had about 100 average viewers per stream. He was very low key, very fucking good. He was insane. He played a game called Ring of Elysium, and he got kind of popular playing that game. Very fun game. He goes on about maybe 4 months later. I see him again, and he's one of the biggest Apex Legends players on the whole platform. I think he reached number 4 in the world for being the best Pathfinder player, if not just 4th best player in the world. But the guy was insane, and to watch him blow up to be the massive streamer he was awesome. I love the guy. He was very chill. He was so cool. I was like, this guy is just relaxed, but he fucking murders people. And I didn't know he was that good. I didn't know what a good player was. But he started getting a little weird at his fan gathering things. Now, he dyes his hair, so it's safe to say he was an actor kid, you know, a play kid, or what do you call them?
Theater kid.
Theater kid,
Goddamn
yes.
theater kids.
Theater kid. And apparently one thing theater kids would do is a stage kiss, which in my mind, when you do a stage kiss on a stage for a theater, you just kiss someone and it's okay. But apparently a stage kiss is where you put 2 fingers in front of your lips, but you just both kiss the fingers.
Oh, so I always thought it was fucking like a whole hand. I always did the whole hand.
And so they either do this, they do 2 fingers in front of their lips, or they put both their thumbs in front of their lips. But he was doing this to underage girls when he was, I think, 18 or 19, old, like, you know, older. When they would have the shows where, you know, they'd meet up, and he'd
Like
be doing
TwitchCon and
yeah,
shit like that.
and girls would want to do that, and he'd be like, well, I just, you know, I didn't think it was like, you know, I'm a theater person, like that's just what we do. It's like a thing. But as much as you want to argue that, he was doing that while he was dating a girl and was trying to argue that he wasn't in the wrong, and his girlfriend later tweeted out like talking about how weird it was and how it was just fucking weird that they were dating and he was doing stage kisses with these girls, and there's pictures of it. You can see him with his thumbs between their lips, you know? Like to be fair, there's no other allegations on him.
There's another one. There was some girl named Kat or whatever that.
On Diego Sor?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought we were still talking about Carson.
No. But do you want to talk about that?
I just knew there was one other
Oh.
one. Her name was like Kat or whatever. She's like 17 when he was 20.
But yeah, that's a really sad thing to see that guy go like that. Cause I don't care if it was meant to be weird or not, and you're a theater kid.
But
you better be.
I feel like
you better be
if you're
gay.
like, oh, I dyed my hair and I'm a theater kid, like that's kind of like a loose defense.
I'm just
like,
saying,
right.
if you were gonna be even stage kissing these girls, a bunch of them,
Underage.
I would
Underage.
Dude, if you
then
if,
you need
if
to
you were
fucking
like,
you need to not have a girlfriend, and they need to be not underage.
dude,
I'm gonna
like,
say that right
like
away.
That's the weird part, is that they were underage.
if our show blew up and we got invited to VidCon, do you think I would be stage kissing girls? Fuck no.
I'm only stage kissing underage boys.
I'm gonna say this.
It's way
if
safer.
we ended up going to VidCon, everybody's gonna see my butt. I'm going to jail for it, but I don't care. Everybody's seeing my butt.
It's better than stage kissing
Jackass
underage
style.
girls.
But
and
no,
boys.
but it's like, dude, if we if any of us were to be in that situation, would we be kissing fans? There's no fucking way.
Let me see
Like,
your ID.
Dude, you're a fucking weird. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you're good at video games, but you're a
Right.
fucking weirdo.
Nope, I'm setting up a
You're
kissing
so
booth.
like.
I'm setting up a
it's-
kissing booth, but I need to see your
That's
ID.
that's where I really was so sad, because it was the only streamer that I watched go from
0 to 100.
0 to 100, and I didn't even realize. I was like, dude, he's way good, but he said, oh, I need to work on my flicks, so I was like, oh, he's probably not that good. But then finding out he's like the 4th best Pathfinder in the world, like, I don't know, that's fucking insane. Jesus Christ.
No, it's fucking.
But yeah, I lost a lot of respect after that. I was like, bro, you gotta learn. Like, you can't. When you think something is gonna happen, just don't do it, and then reevaluate and say, man, I guess I should have done that. But if something's just not, I don't know. That's weird. That's a weird situation. Should
It's
not
just
be doing that.
his response being, "I'm a theater kid, and this is what we do."
Well, it wasn't.
Hell no.
It wasn't exactly like his response wasn't bad, and he has some okay ways to back it up, but it's just too iffy. It's too iffy. He's not in the wrong. He didn't do anything illegal, but it's too iffy.
Questionable. I don't know. Like, I'm never gonna.
So, okay, let me tell you this. These fucking kids that are streaming a lot and stuff like that are, most of the time, weirdos. I'm just going to say that right now. So, these people that are streaming, they don't get that much, I would say, like,
Human interaction.
So, once they start getting that, they become weird. They've never had that kind of interaction where people think they're
I
cool
remember,
people.
No, I remember being young and getting into the world of, like, when I would talk to girls and how I would talk to girls and message them, and I look back and I'm very embarrassed
Me
of how I
too.
was. I'm
Like,
very embarrassed of myself.
Why did I simp so hard?
But it was good, because you have to go through the bad to learn. You have to. And when you learn the worst, that's what these gamer people, they're virgins who never
what it is,
went
man.
through anything, and they're trying to. It sucks that at this age they're trying to experience what they should have experienced when they were younger and untouchable, but now they're
Nothing's untouchable now, bro. Everything's being recorded. Downtown Cedar Falls has cameras on every block.
Yeah.
Should be illegal. There's no big daddy shit around here. I tell you what, I'll go down with spray paints. I'll tell you what, but everything has fucking camera. Everything has surveillance. Everything is recording you every second of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's just it's a weird situation. Did he? I don't know. I lost my respect for him though after that. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how I feel about it.
All right. So next on my list, nothing to add. No one else.
Still
Keep
talking about
going.
Diego Sor?
Nah, we're about to pass on.
All right.
Okay, so next I have in my notes, we have a man named Omid Dariani.
Never heard of him.
I don't know where that name comes from. Omid? Is that like Florida?
Middle Eastern, maybe?
Oh.
Ahmed? Is it
Ahmed?
Ahmed?
That's what I was thinking.
Is it Ahmed and you're just like retarded?
Omeed.
Ahmed.
Ahmed?
Ahmed.
Anyways, Omid Dariani He is the CEO of the Online Performers Group. OPG Group for short. Or OPG something, dude. I don't fucking know, guys. Just get off my back, okay? I've had a long day. Anyways. He is the CEO of a company, and this is one of the guys that got outed. A girl named Molly Ayla was told by him that she might get ahead faster by having sex with some of the guys at the company.
So is this not casting couch?
I don't know, man.
This is the casting couch, I swear to God.
I don't know. It could be. Like, are we missing the point? I don't know. But so she was on to say that, it's just weird, what can she do? I think she actually worked for the company as well. Which is well, yeah, of course, because it says you might get ahead faster by having sex with some of the guys. So this is that one.
How many females have done that? And how many male leads have gave them promotions or
But think about this.
Lick my pee-pees.
He also told her, he said, now, part of his speech to her, what she said was that he was talking about how, there's not a lot of females. It's really male dominated. And I don't know if that was before or after. He said, you might have to get ahead faster by having sex with some of the guys at the company. But
so Hollywood.
Also, apparently
Probably.
he invited her to a threesome. So, I mean...
So Nick Mountain. No, low blow. Sorry, Nick.
It's one of those things. You're a CEO of a company. Go find another fish in the sea. Like, you don't got your own employees, really.
Bro, you got money. Why you even need that? You need to get
Because people aren't interested in LA and shit like that. Like, oh, you're the CEO of X Corp. No one gives a fuck.
So,
Yeah, I guess.
apparently...
So you gotta fucking fish in your own pond.
It talks about them having 75 clients in total. I don't know what the fuck that means. I
Fake.
don't know if it means people that are like...
I watched
it
The
might mean
Office,
people who
and they
work
had
for
four.
them. It might be people who work for
Client,
them.
clients are people they work for.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking awesome. But
75 clients a year.
But
if you
yeah,
got
yeah,
a
no,
smaller
that's
business,
that's
pretty good.
100% right. I don't know
Well,
why.
it depends on what the
get my
business is.
Right.
If it's a
Paper business, like The Office, it's kind of fucked.
out of the
List
75
the really big clients, I guess.
out of the 75
Yellow
clients
Pages.
they had, 50 of them backed out, and
Jesus.
they are not probably doing so good. And he even messaged, I don't have it on here, so I'm going to butcher it, but he said, the people at my company put in such hard work and want to do the best job they can. Please don't, hurt the company because of my actions. And it's like, bro,
He's out there grooming kids.
He's stepped down from CEO, but it's like, bro, you're still going to make money.
What did he do?
It was just that. It was
Grooming
just
kids.
well, the
just
CEO
her.
of a company is basically overpaid dude that kind of runs things.
They're the fall guy.
The fall guy.
Yeah, of course.
They're
He's just
paid
a name.
up. They're paid up front to be the fall guy.
Dude, I'd be the fall guy, but I would want to change my name. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, then you get to be the CEO of the same company twice.
Yeah.
All right, so Omid Dariani. You thought you'd get away. Better luck next time, guy. Moving on. We're tired of this guy. This guy's boring. Say no to rage. Either of you heard that name before?
No.
That's
Okay.
a name? That's a slogan.
So, say no to rage. I didn't know how to describe him. Kind of like Solomon or whatever, or Gandalf the Grey from, Lord of the Rings, but with black hair, like a younger, like almost like you, AJ, if you were to look fatter and uglier, and your hair
Fatter and uglier.
and your
So you're
hair
saying I'm fat and ugly, but not fat and
he
ugly
has kind of
enough.
the same beard. And he has the same hair if it was straightened. The guy looks weird. It looks like his hair's too straight. Like, cut your hair, bro. You look like a fucking creep. So, what happened with him is he had about 5 to 6 different girls, kind of try and reveal him. Try and say, listen, guy, like... You did us dirty. You did some weird shit. Like, you're getting thrown under the bus. One of the girls said that while they were playing a card game, which must have been in person, obviously, obviously, sorry to sound like such a dumbass, when they were playing a card game, probably Uno, I don't fucking know. It didn't give me all the details. But it said the whole time when they were playing this card game, his hand was on her thigh. Like the whole time. How's he supposed to... He's doing a card game one-handed? Like, what, is he using his mouth? I don't get it.
I would use my mouth in that
She
situation.
says the whole time, okay, well... Is he a magician? Like, whoa.
Well,
Does he have a...
it's probably an over-exaggeration.
yeah, of course. But it's like, did he have a sixth finger? I don't know. Opposable pinky? I don't know.
Princess Bride status, dog. The six-fingered man.
But he also was in a smaller position as a streamer and eventually blew up and was getting these contracts and was having people look at him. So he, becoming a bigger streamer and becoming more popular and leaving these people behind, actually has his lawyer deeply involved in the whole situation, and actually it made a huge deal that he has a case against these people for trying to come after him and try and fuck him over for his recent success, because this is right at the time that he started blowing up and left them all behind probably. This motherfucker he made an hour-long video, which I think was covering his 38-page statement denying the allegations. And I was like, bro, if you make an hour-long video and a 38-page statement, like, you're guilty. Like you're just trying to, like, just talk out of your ass. And that's the way I felt. I was like, you have 6 different women that are coming after you. Like what are you gonna do? But I watched some of the video, and he states very clearly, he's like, yo, when I made my apologies and you guys are coming after me for me taking down my tweets and stuff like that, that's because I don't want that on my channel, but it's out there. I put it out there to say that I'm sorry for, you know, where did he say this? Being inappropriate with these people robbed them of their sense of safety and security, and it broke trust. I am deeply sorry. But he also states that in not one state did he admit to doing any of these things, to doing, you know, what they're trying to blame him for. Right. And so he's got his lawyer involved. And I honestly, after watching him, he that's his 38-page statement. It's him finding stuff from 4 or 5 years ago. He's like, it was not easy. He says it was not easy. I had to go back so far and find shit to try and, like, clear my name. And I was skimming through it, but it's weird. It's like, dude, I think he kind of had a case to him.
I'm gonna say something,
like,
but
honestly.
I have said a lot of stupid stuff on social media. That wasn't even like, you know, you hear it off a song lyric or something. And you're just like, oh, I'm gonna post this. This sounds funny as hell. Or I don't know, just some stupid ass stuff you post. And like that Carson King guy, not the streamer, but the guy
the other one, yeah,
it's
the
weird.
Bush
It's
Light
weird
guy
that they'll
or
go
whatever.
back fucking 10 years and try to fucking blow your name out of the water. It's like, what the
and
fuck,
they had
bro?
an army of people. This guy had to do it by himself to try and clear his name.
Yeah.
He had to go back that far, and his lawyer thinks that they have a solid, like, case of like going after these women for trying to ruin his career and slander. Yeah, slander his name.
Well, it depends on where he's at.
What's that?
State by state, the term of sexual assault is different state by state.
Yeah, which is fucked.
But
and I think though, which might get some hate, but I think that which is kind of fucked up because there are a lot of guys that get off of like sexual abuse and da. But if you try to, you know, I knew I had a buddy or whatever, and he had sex with this girl when they were both drunk, and I watched them go down to his room laughing and giggling and kissing and smooching. But the next day, she woke up, regretted the decision, and had him fucking the shit kicked out of him. You know, and said that he raped her. Did not happen.
I've heard a lot of. I don't want to take anything away from girls who cry rape.
No, but I've heard that story too a lot of times. But I'm just
you can't.
That's where
it has to go to the court. That's where it has to go to the court.
That's where we're getting to a point in time where you just sorry, but it's getting to the point where you can't just fucking hook up with floozies at the bar.
Right. Right.
They fall in love way too fast.
You need to sign the agreement. What? Have a video agreement being like, hey, are we about to have sex? Yes. Yes.
No, seriously, yo. I mean, if it would have been this time and she would have said something, the whole cops would have been involved. You know, it was just a shit show. Luckily enough, it was just her two brothers that beat the dude up,
Right.
but he shouldn't have deserved that. You know?
No, of course not.
But yeah,
But
I don't know.
You gotta believe everybody until it's not believable, I guess.
Proven guilty.
Yeah.
It just has to
dude,
be.
I
You can't have
literally-
someone cry wolf and they can't be guilty by someone crying wolf. As bad as that sounds, I'm not trying to hate on people who put allegations towards someone.
I was gonna throw something out here, but I probably shouldn't.
But
I would, dude. What was it? It was like my, I think 22nd birthday. So like, my first birthday when I moved back from New York. Maybe. Yeah, that birthday. It was when me and Matei were wishy-washy of whether she was gonna move here, we're gonna be together and stuff like that.
Did you move back here without her?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
And that birthday, I woke up, like, our roommates threw a party for me, and I just gotten, it was a Friday. My birthday is usually on a Friday, Thursday, or Saturday.
Right.
And my roommates threw me a party, and I was like, yeah, no, I just got off work. It was the Friday of the evolution chain. And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm just going to go to bed. Like, we hung out, we drank. It's fucking midnight. I worked 12 hours a day out in the sun. This is when I was working at Dalton's.
Oof.
And doing the Western Home Project. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go to bed. And I woke up at like 2 a.m. with my limp penis in some girl's mouth. She's like, happy birthday. And I'm like,
Oh, jeez.
and I'm like, get out of my room.
Like-
She's like, no, you didn't come yet. You're going to come. It's your birthday. I'm like,
Was she
no.
attractive?
Yeah, she was pretty hot. She was like,
Well, I would have been like, all right. Even if it would have been a dude, I would have been like, hey, finish up down there and get the fuck out of here.
none of my
well,
friends
and then,
ever do that.
well, and then she was just like, you know, doing her
Sticking
thing,
around and
doing her
shit.
thing on top of me, and I like finally
Making
woke.
eggs. You're like, yeah.
Like we're talking like I went to work at 6 a.m. and it's getting close to 4 a.m. the next day,
Oof.
and I'm like finally waking up enough to be like, get the fuck off me.
Right.
Slept on our couch butt naked because I didn't even let her get her clothes
Is this somebody
out.
I know?
No.
Okay, good.
And then she left.
Was it Dylan?
No.
Okay.
And
I
then
did
she
try and
and then
suck
she
his
left.
dick when he was asleep. but-
She left our house apparently without her underwear. It's one of the pairs of underwear on Juanita.
Huh. Does it still smell the same? Just kidding.
Bro.
No, they've been through the wash, bro.
This dude at work was telling me that he had a crush on a girl that he fucking went to high school with, and she was like side straddling a hurdle or whatever during track practice, and like right after track practice, she got off that hurdle and he like fucking ran over there. He told me, he's like, and I fucking sniffed that hurdle for fucking like an hour straight. Like, what, dude? Fucking weirdo.
It
Sounds like he smokes meth.
It's people who can't. You got to learn. It's the hardest thing to learn in life. How to just say, bro, I need to make myself to get women. You have to dedicate your life to it.
How you gonna go smell a hurdle after some girl's been sitting on it? Is that like a thing?
Like, wouldn't you want to smell? Like, smell the real thing, bro.
Right.
And it's not weird if you actually try and want to smell the real thing. You want to. So do it.
Sometimes
Do
I
it,
just
like,
want to know
go
what it
for
smells
it.
like. I don't even want to have sex with you. Nothing sexual.
Well, in that case,
I just
smell
wanna know what
the.
it
In
smells
that
like.
case, smell the hurdle.
This is getting really weird.
Oh,
Really
there-
fast.
my bad. My bad.
Anyways, moving on.
Anyways,
One last thing I'd like to say about Say No to Rage, and even though I kind of felt like I was on his side, he didn't admit to anything specifically, but this is one of the other things he says. I took something from people, I took memories and events, and they are now clouded and darkened by my selfish and reckless behavior. So,
not lying.
same. He says being inappropriate with these people robbed them of their sense of safety and security, and it broke trust. And that's, but he says also yes, he was trying to, what he says is he was trying to hit on girls, but there's nothing against him that says he was trying to use his power. He was just trying to hit on girls that he thought were close.
let me say this.
Isn't that what happens?
If you're
when-
over a certain age and somebody tries to hit on you, even if you're famous, I think that you should be able to think for yourself. I think that just because these people are famous and they're hitting on you, if you are over a certain age to be able to think for yourself, then, which I don't think it is 18. I don't think you can think for yourself when you're 18.
I don't agree. I continue your thought, but I'm gonna disagree.
Okay,
with
yeah,
it
I want you
probably.
to. I really want you to. But like at some point, you are at an age and you are at a place in your mind where you think that you can get something out of this guy, whether it be money or sex or whatever. But I think that and, I mean, maybe not if you're fucking a young person, but if I feel like there are people in their right minds that are hitting this guy up, be like, oh, maybe I can get some money, maybe I can get some fame from it.
I feel like it's a spectrum. You
Well,
know?
they're called clout goblins.
No, I believe that. I believe there
But-
is a name for it. But probably where you're gonna go to, I do think there are people that are manipulated a lot from these guys.
Right. And that's where I was going to go, is like there's a level to the point where you have so much fame. Like we're talking about someone with 15 million people that watch every video that you post. He's more well off than a lot of people that own property in.
Right. I understand that. It's just
But it's at the same time, he's also 19 to 21 years old, and just like he's able to take what's the phrase?
who messaged who first.
The cult. Well, it doesn't.
True.
I don't think that matters. I really don't. If you're coming from that,
I'm just okay. Speaking
Depends, I
with
feel
this
like.
Connor guy, bro. Just that girl was 17. He was 19. That's 2 years. That is not a lot of time in between them. Like, I'll say this right now. My dad was fucking 10 years older than my mom, but they were both of age, which is, I guess, okay.
I think situation.
But if you think
I don't
if-
think age is as important as situation and context. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
well, there's
that's
people,
the most
dude. There has been
important.
people that are like,
well, when
dude,
when
I've
homeboy is like texting her, being like, "Oh, this isn't
Yeah.
right," but I want to masturbate
Yeah.
thinking about you,
yeah.
but it's not
Why
right.
would she
And
not
he's-
block
like,
him right
he-
away? Why would she continue to?
Because she's a fangirl,
Exactly.
dude. That's
And-
the
yeah,
that's
okay.
where the
And I
problem
understand that.
is.
And I
That's
understand
where
that. I understand
dude,
that.
These girls, though, that do get into that position where they're being manipulated by someone, in the end, part of their reason for sticking around this person, like one girl says it, and I don't know if that's later where I have it, but she eventually, one of the guys I have.
Do you get? Hold on, real quick. Do you guys remember the fucking movement on? I think it was Tumblr, Cut for Bieber, where girls that were Justin Bieber fans were all cutting themselves for Justin Bieber.
I did not know that.
Dude, that is this level of these guys manipulating people.
Right.
is-
Because they're so famous that
Yeah, like he's literally
That-
15 million people are watching
since-
everything he does.
oh wow, 15 million people watch him, so that if he messages me, I must be special, kind of thing. Is that what
Yeah,
they
that's
think?
what I'm getting at. And
Right,
where it's
right.
like, it's fucked that people are in the situation where they're feeling like they're special to that guy.
Okay.
But they're just 1 out of 15
All
million
right, so
fucking people.
Let me ask
to
you
him.
this: how does this guy date? Does he have to date
He doesn't.
celebrities?
He
He
literally-
can't date.
I mean, he can do whatever he
Well,
wants.
yeah, he can date
it's-
whoever
as
he
long-
wants.
As long as they're over age, correct? Is that where we're going at, or is it specifically because of his influential power?
It literally, if his influence has no power over their relationship,
But
That's-
it's always going to. If you're rich like that, it's not going
But
to
that's-
change.
no,
it's
it
not,
doesn't.
let me tell you.
Dude,
let me tell you. It's
dude,
not
no,
going to
no,
change.
it
It's not going to
doesn't.
change
No.
you, bro. It's
No,
not
it
going to
does-
change
it
you. It's going
doesn't.
to change the
It does
people
not-
around
It does
you.
not have to. Dude, fucking literally, the owner of 100 Thieves, the gaming organization, is
Yeah.
dating a girl
That he went to high school with, probably.
No,
Oh.
no, that he
Alright.
met in Los Angeles. That has no interest in his fucking wealth because she works for.
Right.
I think,
But
I
what-
think
at what
that
part-
it exists. It exists, but you can't. But it most of the time it's going to be
you're-
like what
you're-
you're saying.
At
But
what
it does
point-
exist over there.
I do understand that it exists because there are a lot of
But it
influential
doesn't
people that
exist
have
a
been
lot.
with, that have
It
been
doesn't
with their
exist
you
a
know
lot.
with their significant other for like since high school. You know, they've been with them for years and years and years.
Majority of the
But
time,
but being a
it's
being a
because of
guy,
the influence.
you know that you're
Majority,
this
it's
guy is
because of
not good
influence.
looking, bro. He dude. If I were to have some type of influence over somebody, would that not make hotter girls come after me?
the
Well,
thing-
yeah, majority of the time, yes.
It'd be
I'm
different.
ugly as
majority
fuck.
of the
I'm just saying
time.
this like right now. I'm
It's
ugly as fuck.
majority of the time. You can still
It-
date
well,
and do what you want, but majority of the time.
Here's the thing. We're talking about Call Me Carson still, right?
Yeah, a little
So
bit.
here's the thing is if you're literally if dating someone in the age of consent laws in your state, fine. But sexting a minor, which
Yes.
is a federal crime,
Yes.
is not cool.
Well, let me ask you
But-
this: it's not
no,
a federal
but-
crime in Iowa.
no,
she was-
if it's across state borders, it is a federal crime
Okay, I
to
did not
sext
know
a
that.
minor.
I did not
Yeah.
know. Like, okay.
And so he's in California, she's in Idaho, and so federal crime. Outside of that, if you're dating a fan, it's,
of course.
it's whatever.
It's weird. No, it's weird. I understand that it's weird.
it's
I
But
think if you're dating a fan, that's where I think what we were saying. The majority of people are influenced by these people because they're fans. You can find real love, but it's almost impossible these days.
these people want
it
your
really
money,
is.
bro.
They want your money. That's what today's.
they want
is.
your fame.
You can't not be with someone, and if they have money, and be like, "Wow, I want to break up and go do my own thing."
Dude,
Like but it is out there. You can date. You know, there's people that's why famous people date famous people because famous people don't care about this person.
Right.
If they don't care about this person,
Then they can't be fucking
like-
charged for fucking, making somebody.
so both ways work. Like you could still date, but finding someone it's hard. Majority of the people want the money. It's
Yeah.
That's the hard part about these allegations. Like, okay, so this guy that you thought was going to take you to the top and was talking to you like this,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden he doesn't want to take you with him. Of course, you're going to
Maybe he had some-
backlash and
maybe
try
she had-
and
maybe she had
you're
some
gonna
red
throw-
flags.
Well, you're going to throw him under the bus.
Yeah, of course
if
you're gonna
you don't
throw him
get
under the
brought
bus.
with him,
You
you're
don't.
going to try
You
and
don't
throw
get
him
what
under
you
the
want.
bus.
Of course.
Of course, if he says he doesn't want to be with you and take you with him, you're going to want to throw him under the bus
But
because you're pissed.
I also, dude, I know I've been kind of supporting him a little bit, but I don't like the idea. Yeah, I don't know.
Right, a lot of people, the biggest streamers support the guy. They really do, but
It's kind of
that
weird.
blows my mind.
It's kind of
too.
weird.
I think I support.
know.
I don't support him specifically. 19 and 17 to me,
That's
I have
not
no
that-
problem with.
I have no problem with that.
That's not the problem.
That's not the problem. Exactly.
It's
It's
the
an
And that's where-
influential
that's
state
where I
of
think
what he
it's
has.
It's the
I think the
sexting
streamers-
a fucking
I think
high
the-
school student.
But let me say this:
Dude,
in most
sexting a high
of
school
America,
I don't think
if
it's as bad.
if he's sending fucking nudes, that's fucked up. But if you're just fucking like writing like
If
love
you're just
messages,
receiving them.
if you're just writing love messages,
know.
that's kind of different.
Well, you don't. The
But
scre-
sexting,
the screams.
I don't know.
the-
I don't
the-
know what sexting is. Like I don't do it.
I
don't know.
I think sexting
Sexting
and
is
taking
nudes,
nude
right?
Pics, I listen. If it was influential sent, if it was because it was sent by being influential, yeah, I have a problem. But if it's just two 19, 17-year-old talking, flirting, sexting, sending naked pictures, I'm sorry. To me, that if there's no
It's
other
a
cause,
federal crime.
I don't care. I think it's
Not
okay.
in Iowa though.
I think it's
We'll say
okay.
Iowa.
It's
I know because it's
Right.
California and
I'm not
Idaho.
saying-
I understand that, but it's
I don't care about the law. I'm saying,
Yeah, I
if
don't
you
really
told
care
me
about the law
19,
either.
17, if it was an influential thing, that's fucked up. That's where
Well,
the
yeah,
lines
she was a
crossed.
fan of
Yeah.
his.
Right,
She was
that's where
influential.
it's
That's
fucked
that's
up.
where it's fucked up for me
she
too.
met
AJ.
she met him in Discord chat.
Right,
In his Discord,
Yeah.
and then got his Snapchat through him messaging her in
Yeah.
Discord.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
weird.
fucked up.
That's
That's fucked up.
That's
Yeah,
I
that's
think
where
I
it's
think we can
super
all
fucked
agree
up.
on that's the most fucked up
But a
part.
regular 19, 17-year-old
Yeah.
combo, like
No, when I was
yeah.
dude, I was dating a
But it
26-year-old
is
when I was
illegal.
18.
Yeah, it is illegal.
yeah.
Under I get it's illegal. Like it's probably for the best that it is illegal. Like for older people to not go on younger people, but. I think the streamers, they look at it as 19 and 17 and don't
I
really
don't know.
look into
I'll give
the
it.
messages
I'll give it
and
4
look into
years.
the.
A 4-year difference. And
I
it's
just
okay
like
for
it
me.
blows my mind that like hearing you say Destiny defended it because he's always like, oh, well, this is federal statute. Blah,
Right,
blah,
right. I know Destiny.
and it's-
Yeah, out of anyone, but I mean, yeah.
Like
I
I get like where
I don't think they
where I
looked
get
into
where
it.
I
though.
get I'm
I
like
don't think they looked into it as much.
like where I
you
where
know?
I get I'm like I get it, but at the same time I don't. Where like
my thought was that they didn't
he's
read
just
into
defending
it.
his community. I guess
I think they
don't-
didn't read into enough of. They didn't read into the messages enough. Every streamer when they talked about it, they talked as if they barely knew what was going on. So even though they all defended him, they were going off they were defending the right that if you're 19 and 17, it's not a big deal. But I feel like if they read the messages that he said, every time I can't stop thinking about you and I
Every
jerk
time
off.
I come, I see your
come and I
face."
jerk off. Sorry, I was in biology. What'd you say? Like, I think if they saw that, they might have a little bit of a different view at it. But they were just thinking
Yeah,
of
but
the 19
they've
to
had
17.
like almost a year to be like, oh hey, I changed my mind about what I said.
But each and every one of them, they didn't defend him. They defended the 1917 age difference, and that's all they defended.
That's
so
fair.
That's the only thing I will defend is the age
That's what
difference.
I'll defend.
But
I
yeah,
don't
no,
dude,
I-
the power difference is like fucking
The power
Bill,
difference
Bill
is
Clinton,
big.
fucking Monica Lewinsky, whatever.
Lizawansky,
Lizard Wansky. No. That's kind of the same to
Lizard
me.
Wizard, and the Gizzard Wizards, or whatever.
That's about sex.
What
That's her
is-
favorite stuff.
Fuck, I can't even remember.
Something Wizard,
Monica Lewinsky?
something Gizzard, and the Lizard Wizards.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards. Hell yeah.
It's like Mr. Lister and the Sister Fisters.
No, that fucking power complex makes such.
Yeah,
it's
that's the problem.
That's the thing.
the whole
That's the
problem.
thing. When I hear people that I respect that talk about stuff like this on Twitch and other platforms, I'm like, what the fuck are you? You're missing the entire plot.
Yeah.
Like you're
Right.
missing the entire
You're
plot.
trying to
of
make
what-
it the 17 to
that's
19.
my problem.
But let me
Yeah,
tell you this.
that's where
It's
they-
kind of like fucking old boy in Hollywood. What was his name? Fucking Wienerstein. Wienerstein, and he's fucking making all these, he's blackmailing these fucking younger girls or whatever. It's the same thing, bro.
Well, it is, but it's the internet age of it. And
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Fucking,
It's the internet age
But I
of
think
it.
Weinstein has more. I mean, I guess I don't know. These
Not
girls
anymore,
are as
bro.
desperate. But
Not
listen
anymore.
to this. But listen to this. I guess I just thought about this. I used to think Weinstein had girls that were more desperate because he was in such a high place. But if a guy streamer has a chance for you to become a streamer, that's all everyone wants to do these days. That's all, and that's all the people that watch would give anything. So I
be a
mean, he's
streamer, yeah.
just as powerful as Weinstein. He's just as powerful because if people are watching him and want to be on his level, they will do anything. They will do whatever they can.
Well, fucking like this Carson guy, he's established. He has 15 million subscribers, has 15 million views,
and they're
an
all little
episode.
kids.
Yeah, you
they're
could
all
get-
little kids from fucking
you
Minecraft,
can get anyone
bro.
you want if you really wanted to. Like, what do you? Yeah, that's
It's
where I'm
because
like.
you can't talk to people in real life, and that's a hard thing about the internet.
The gamers, they don't know how.
People on the internet can talk a lot easier than they can in real life. So he goes out in real life and can't talk.
All right,
strictly
boys.
selves.
I'm gonna move us along to a man named Cryotic. It's fucking dude. I don't know. Cryotic. So basically, what happened with him is I don't know. It's just another guy who got outed. The girl who calls him out says, I was 16 when I became a fan, soon after a friend. You were 22. I admired and cared for the person you were, not the persona you put up. I developed feelings for you, and you knew. You never discouraged them, just amusingly kept me at arm's length for when you felt lonely. And there was more to that story, but that's really where I was just like, okay, that's where you have a 22-year-old hooking a 16-year-old and probably doing what Drake is to Billy Bobby Brown or Millie Bobby Brown or whatever, and just texting them
Let me
when you
tell
want to
this,
talk
though.
to someone.
When you are intrigued with a person, and you're like, oh my god, this guy just texted me, or this person just texted me, you're like, you cannot wait for the next text.
Exactly. I mean,
and
for her, that
it's
was great.
it's
She's 16.
psychological,
She
dude.
was turned
It's
on.
way psychological.
She's turned on, but the 22-year-old, and he had the same feeling probably too, but he's 22 and she's 16. So that now we're in an area where there's no debate.
That's no debate.
Now we don't have to debate anymore. I think everyone's on the same page saying that this guy just completely fucked up.
I don't know. His name is probably Kyle, and he probably wears monster gear all day.
Well, dude, I literally was fucking texted by, or not texted, but DM'd on Twitter by
Oh God, yes. This is
a guy that works at the LA Comedy Store.
Was he old?
I was on his show.
So-
It was the Sam Tripoli, like.
Oh,
I was,
no shit.
Yeah, I was on his show. Like
You
we've
worked
talked about it. It's on our Patreon
comedy
page.
store?
Yeah,
Oh, I did not know that.
yeah, it's on our Patreon page.
no, he
Patreon.com
didn't go there.
/WKPod.
Like when he didn't go
I know
anywhere.
he didn't go there, but I just
Virtually,
I didn't know.
I was on his show. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know he was fucking owned a comedy store.
No, he doesn't own it. He just he's
runs that shit,
one
or
one of the headlining comedians there with Joe Rogan,
okay.
Tom Segura,
Okay.
Bert Kreischer. All the guys that have Netflix specials.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
on
I
our
was-
fucking Patreon,
Yeah,
bro.
get on our Patreon. You can see we talked about the Virginia gun seize attempt. It's fucking lit.
Yeah.
Mad lit.
Mad Libs.
Yeah, no, he messaged me and he texted me and I was a fan of his and I texted him back like he was my fucking peer.
Like
because that's
pure idol kind of. I mean, not really idol, but like you kind of. I mean, that's kind of what I want our show to become a little bit. It's something, resembling.
Talk to other big guys,
you know. So if he's like, "Hey, man, come over here, come do this," you're
literally,
like, "Oh shit!"
He asked me to be on his show. I was on the show with Jeffrey Wilson, who's from
Tin Hat.
No, Jeffrey Wilson's from the Conspiracy Farm that he hosts. They're both from Pat Miletich, the first heavyweight UFC Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah.
And then Jeffrey Wilson, who is a commentator. He's been on, I don't know what he's all been. He's been on a lot of shit, but it's just like, he's like, yeah, if you don't mind, Jeffrey's going to be here. I'm like, Jeffrey, who the fuck is that? And then I like pop in the Zoom call and it's Jeffrey Wilson. I'm like, oh my God, dude, what's up?
Oh yeah.
It's all on our Patreon page, patreon.com/JFKPod.
But so I didn't realize. Let me scroll down on this guy. I thought I was all it was, but this Cryotic, the man. So he had a girlfriend at the time. It was said he only ever did stuff with girls that were underage. That's what he was. When people investigated, that's all he did was underage girls. Nothing physical.
Boom, boom.
Yes, he says he cheated on his girlfriend. He admitted it to it live. Posted about it, I guess. But it was only over the internet with underage girls.
He was like old dude on Waiting.
Over the internet.
So
Waiting.
One of the girls.
What does over the internet mean? I cheated on you over the internet. What the fuck does
So
that
I
mean?
only sent you
I don't know
nudes.
if I have the girl's name. Her name is Zombie Unicorn, but I can't remember if I have her name.
Like the Twitch streamer, Zombie Unicorn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So Zombie Unicorn said that when they went into, I don't know if it was a hotel room or what. Do you actually know though, Zombie Unicorn? Because this is
I
about
know who
her.
that is.
Yeah, let me rip a fat nicotine doink before we get into it.
I could put a face to her name if I saw her, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I know who you're talking about.
But yeah. So I think, I don't know if they were in a hotel room. I really can't remember. I think they were friends and they were hanging out. And they were about to have sex. Awesome. Sex is cool. Okay.
It's about sex. That's her favorite stuff.
Like, I don't want to down sex because sex is so cool and so fun that I feel like I'm doing it a disservice by talking about this, but it's got to be talked about. Okay. They were in the room. The mood was sensual. Probably candles lit. Probably some R. Kelly playing softly in the background. He says, I don't have any condoms.
Come on, man.
And so I said, well, we can only continue if you pull out. As so many other people do. That's 100% of the people having sex these days is, oh, I forgot my condom at home. Oh, I accidentally left it at the store. I forgot to pick them up.
Love any other hotel suite.
But she was very smart because she said, we can only continue if you pull out because I don't take birth control. Wow. 200 IQ play right there. If you're not on birth control, just have someone pull out. That's worked for probably 20% of our friends that have tried that. So that's
Billy's funeral.
Yeah.
The corpse of Billy New One.
This is scientific knowledge beyond everything I've ever known. Like, yo, I'm not on birth control. Make sure you pull out, Wow, how smart is she?
Baby?
It has worked 90% of the time.
So, what happened was,
I don't pull out anymore though.
she was on top, like any good female partner.
Samaritan.
She was on top, doing her duty. And when the time came, She says, I was on top of him. He was saying that he was about to cum. And I was like, okay, I'm getting off. And she says he held her down physically so she could not get off.
Bro.
And smacked him and said, no, stop.
Can I tell you a story about a girl that I know? So this is a girl that I know. I dated her sister. But she recently got pregnant like last year, 2 years ago. Maybe that's recent to me. But the guy that she was fucking or whatever, he told me that when they were fucking or whatever, she fucking grabbed her legs around him and held him down so he would come inside her. Now they have a kid together. They're not together, but that's kind of fucked up too.
No, I mean, you can write sob stories all day, but to deny the fact that some people are mentally fucked up.
Yeah. I think people need help, bro. I think people need help.
That's why you're not proven, like, you need to be proven guilty, because it's too easy for people to make up stories, do something, and say something else.
That's not how it is anymore.
But anyways,
people are guilty before proven.
So she says in a tweet, I finally realized my own story of sexual abuse, that I passed him off as just being a dick. I tried to remain cordial, but eventually I just cut him off. And I don't think I have this in my notes, but
I remember that. The zombie unicorn. I remember that shit.
So she had one of his like employees or something take her to the store to go get a Plan B pill. And she also claims that when she went to the bathroom, she found condoms in the bathroom. So it was all lie, which she should have known. Girls out there, I just want to protect girls out there. If a guy says he doesn't have a condom, he probably does. He just doesn't want to wear it. So just tell him he's got to go to the store.
Probably doesn't have a condom, and all he did was go buy a Snickers and put his wiener inside.
That could be true. A Snicker wrapper works. Just use something.
A Walmart sack.
Yeah, Walmart sack, anything. If a guy tells you he doesn't have a condom, if he's telling the truth, then tell him to go to a store and fucking buy one. We don't need that. We don't need any of y'all getting out there having some guy hold you down while he jizzes inside of you. That's not okay.
Some girls like that shit though.
And if they like it, they're on birth control, but she isn't on birth control. If you're a girl that's not on birth control, you still want to fuck, but you need a guy that's trusting. She was kind of at fault for trusting a guy.
You gotta pull out, but it feels too good, so you can't pull out.
No, don't say she was at fault.
No, nobody's at fault. I mean, y'all were having sex, man.
She could have made more. It wasn't the guy. He didn't force. He
held her down and jizzed inside her.
True, but there could have been more precautions.
If she was on top, she was on top. How do you hold somebody down on top of you?
I mean, it's kind of easy to just grab her fucking
hips. Yeah, I guess so.
But still, you can take precautions if the guy's not forcing himself on you, and you're doing this like you.
Why don't you say we can't have sex?
I feel like that's a bad take. I don't know.
I think it's a good take.
I'm just saying this right now. Dude, girls. I will say this, Dylan, in defense of what Adrian's trying to say, girls do, especially like with a stronger man, they're like, oh, well, I gotta do what you say, kind of thing.
Well, I feel like girls are over trusting on what guys say they're doing, and then in the heat of the moment, it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, what?
I'm not gonna pull out.
But that's where you need to. Then, like we say, like you were talking about earlier, if you know, you need to be the one that stands up and says this isn't right, and it's like you need to. If he doesn't have a condom and you're not on birth control, then he didn't sound, from what you were saying, he didn't sound like he was like gonna force you. He wasn't gonna force you, and you could have very well said, no, if you don't have a condom, I'm not gonna have sex with you.
Also,
and I know what he did was wrong.
There are female condoms, and there are also female things to protect against
There's
that.
ways to prepare for stuff, and I know it sounds bad and it's a bad take, but it's the truth. You can prepare.
But let me
prepared.
Let me say this as well. He had, I mean, I don't know. When you're in the moment and you're a dude, having
and
sex,
a girl. Guys and girls don't wear.
Let me tell this, bro.
They don't care about condoms.
Tell you this.
Guys and girls don't care about condoms.
Having sex is about procreation, and that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna try to procreate. I'm just saying that's what sex is about. It feels good and everything, but that's what it is about.
People don't take precautions. We have friends that get pregnant because they don't take precaution. And as much as you want to say
Girls
it
like
just
getting
was an
come into
accident,
sometimes.
part of people getting pregnant, if they weren't planning on having a kid and they say it was an accident, it's like, okay, well, there's a million other ways you could, to try and.
I mean, I can understand if you're on, she's on birth control and it slips through the cracks or whatever, but like, either she's got to be on birth control or you got to be fucking wrapping it up.
That's what I'm saying. Is she wasn't on birth control, and it's his fault in the end. It really is his fault. And I'm not
if
for
he's,
pushing it on
if
her.
he's holding
he's
her
holding her
down.
down.
Yes,
and
100%.
And he's
And
got
100%.
influential powers
and he's
over her.
blown
I don't-
his,
yeah.
he's busting his
I don't want
want
to take it away from that.
Down.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take away from the
But
fact
it's not
that
just
is
dudes that do
awful.
that, dude. It's females that do it too.
Oh yeah, it's called honey dicking.
I've never heard of that.
There's yeah, it's a
I'm
term.
gonna-
It's
Maybe I
called
have heard of that.
it's an actual term. It's called honey dicking. Is when it usually on the West Coast is when a girl finds someone that's
Got money.
influential, has money on the East or West Coast, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm on birth control, and then they literally just make them pregnant.
Oh, yeah. If you come inside me, nothing's gonna happen. Oh, well,
It's
I got
called
pregnant.
honey dicking.
I did not know that.
That's actually really. I mean, it's not awesome, but I love the name. I can't deny that.
Well,
I
yeah,
love
and
the
they
name.
use the same term for like if a female coyote leads your dogs away from whatever
Oh, dude, I saw
whatever
that,
they're supposed to
yeah.
be defending,
Oh fuck.
and it's called honey. So your dog will go fuck the female coyote.
Damn,
while,
I never
while the
knew that.
coyote.
That's kind of
Then they get
metal.
killed, bro.
That's kind
Yeah,
of metal as
you
fuck.
guys have never heard of honey
I've
dicking?
never
before?
heard of the
That
name, but
kinda
I've
made
seen
me-
it before.
yeah, damn, that's
with
Yeah,
coyotes.
it's called honey
That's
dicking.
what I was talking about. If you know who that is.
Maybe.
I can't put this on there.
It's not on there. Here's
Oh,
my camera.
yeah, it's on there. No, that's just the person I know who did it. To some dude.
I recognize the last name. Is that?
I dated her sister.
That's why I recognize the last name.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Honey dicking is like so it's like a wild animal trait.
Really?
Yeah, it's so especially where we are in the Midwest is so if you have a male dog that defends your
Yeah.
chicken coop or whatever the fuck the male dog is defending.
fuck the chickens.
No,
Well,
they'll
yeah, but
they'll
no.
they'll have a female coyote that's in heat come out and
bring them back to the herd.
well no, it's just the female coyote is just like, yeah, come fuck me.
But then she
And-
runs
and
back
then-
to the fucking herd of other coyotes and they
No,
kill them.
she lets the dog fuck her while the other coyotes kill your livestock.
Oh, really?
That's where the term honey dicking comes from.
So I've always heard that
that's
they will also bring your dog away from the
That's just them calling out for help.
Well, no, I've seen it where they have the female and he run back to the pack or whatever. Just oh you're right behind me. Oh, I'm gonna keep running. Oh, I'm gonna keep running. Oh, now you guys are with my
That
friends.
that only works if you have one dog.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of what are those white dogs that they're called, the livestock dogs? What are they called?
I know what you're talking about,
Bro, and they're like the best livestock dogs ever.
Not like it's some fucking.
something shepherd.
No, it's not a shepherd.
Really?
Yeah, I can't.
Well, while you look this up,
They call it
I'm gonna go into my last point in
Great
my notes so we
Pyrenees.
can just get this out of the
Great
way.
Pyrenees.
My last part in the notes. This is actually, I think, one of the biggest points that really. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I think a lot of people probably have problems with this. This is talking about Twitch itself. The head of Twitch. God, I can't probably find where his goddamn name is. I think Emmett Shear. CEO of Twitch, Emmett Shear. A girl tweeted about sick of being quiet. A music streamer, Starling, said the CEO of Twitch, Emmett Shear, was asked in an all-hands meeting about partners using their platforms to abuse women, specifically using my case as an example. He chuckled and said, "Wow, the things that go on our platform." Can't really comment, and said he moved on.
Well, let me tell you this: like, he doesn't have. What is he supposed to do about that? Like, dude, this is a free platform where anybody can talk. Like, it's not his job to be Facebook.
She's a musician on Twitch.
I don't know who this is, but it's not his job to be Facebook, I guess.
So Samantha Wong, aka Sam Pie, streamer who left Twitch in 2017, also tweeted about how Twitch treated her allegations, accusing the company's recent statement of being empty words, considering you, as a company, minimized and dismissed my sexual harassment and continued to let the predator attend your events, gave him a live segment at Eat 3 on your official channel. She didn't name the person. Her husband, who I don't know if I have it, was Twitch's VP of Community and Partnership for 6 years. He retweeted her, adding that he'd brought up her situation to the Twitch executives, including Sheer, only to be told her alleged abuser was the uncle of a fellow VP and was important. And yeah, so I mean, I think a lot of people have problems with the people at the top of Twitch. I've always heard it. Not necessarily on the sexual allegation side, but it would not surprise me one bit. They're letting the whole hot tub stream thing be like, you know,
well, that
out
one girl
there.
missed out. She's missing out on like $5 million this year just because she got her ad revenue defunded because of her hot tub stream.
I don't understand. On YouTube?
Like people
Twitch?
stopped
On Twitch.
People stopped putting their ads on her
No,
stream.
yeah,
Because she was
like
in
they
hot
stopped
tub?
putting ads on her stream.
Because she was in a hot tub.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, is she trying to get some OnlyFans with this or what?
She could be.
Well, she's doing just talk. Like, I mean, dude, fucking.
So I think
dude, there's
listen to
There's
this.
weird shit on.
They
dude,
separated. They separated
there's
just
girls
chatting
that
and
have
hot tub
fucking
stream.
accounts on Pornhub that have Twitch accounts,
Yeah.
and it's completely separate. Like a lot of the time, it's just
Is it twitch.com/like adult or something?
No,
it's just twitch.tv/ let's say Adriana
Right, the
Chechik.
person, yeah.
And it'll be her talking to, like, it literally, like, half of her chat is her telling 40-year-old dudes about the adult film industry from behind the scenes. And she has made...
Twitch doesn't want that.
No, they want that.
It's hard
They-
because
they-
if you put that in just chatting though, and one of the problems was, as they said, any 13-year-old could go on and do a hot tub stream if they wanted to, if it follows the
It's just like
guidelines.
any YouTube fucking kid could go on fucking YouTube and find naked massagers like they're doing now. It's legal to do naked massages
So
on YouTube.
another thing though that actually is kind of crazy that I read, and there was
Different
videos I saw.
TOS.
So they separated hot tub stream, I think, from, and I'm not sure. I'd have to do a little more research, but I think they separated hot tub streaming from just chatting. So the girls that were making a lot of money doing hot tub streaming, I think were doing other streams to make up for it. I can't remember what they said they were doing, but they stopped hot tub streaming because they had to go back to just chatting because the hot tub stream wasn't getting enough viewers.
Really?
Like the
'cause they put
section
it-
in Twitch.
Well, it
The
was
section of in Twitch.
the week that it happened. It was the front page of Twitch was just hot tub stream.
Yeah, and even
Damn.
you could go to a channel and say I don't want to watch this, but it doesn't stop. It didn't stop it from still popping up on your channels. So eventually, I think that from what I saw is they made a whole new category for it, which is great because apparently it sucks and it's dead, and they don't do it because they don't get enough money from it. You know, people don't come in as much as if it was like just chatting. I don't know. Good. I'm glad. I think that'd be a very bad example, is if you have 13-year-old girls thinking that they could make money off of going and.
What do you think OnlyFans is, bro? How many girls do you know with OnlyFans? I know a lot.
But I mean, that's 18.
You probably know more than I do.
That's 18.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
And they're all girls we went to high school with.
can you do OnlyFans if you're
I don't know.
underage?
No, I don't think so.
If it's not news,
Dude, I know a lot from high school. I could.
Send me a list, bro.
Send
Dude,
me a
I'm gonna have to
list.
fucking. Dude, there's like a list for like everything in Waterloo on Facebook nowadays. It's like, oh, Waterloo guys that don't take care of their dads. Oh, Waterloo girls that are only on OnlyFans. It's kind of weird, dude.
Dylan DeGroat goes to the grossest restaurants in town. I don't know.
Bro, we should. Let's go to the fucking like worst rated.
Dylan, the guy that says his full name on a podcast that gets put out nation or internationally.
Yes.
We only got 5 views.
My cooking channel sucks. I'm waiting for you guys from the podcast to go check out my cooking channel. It sucks because it doesn't exist yet, but I know it's going to suck, so.
So I boiled some chicken yesterday and I left it on the counter. Is
Yeah.
is it still good?
Yeah,
I
true.
boiled it yesterday.
I had to ask.
I only cooked it halfway, though.
I probably asked the best chef in the whole state of Iowa if it was okay if I.
And he
saved
was
my
like,
chicken.
no, throw it away.
He was so polite to me. He was like, "Yeah, I would probably just not."
Did you
do
smell
that."
it?
No, I had it at home.
Yeah, you should have smelled it.
Did
bro.
I smell it?
Yeah,
It smelled fine.
If you smell it,
smelled fine.
dude,
It looked
that's-
fine and it smelled fine. But
Smell
I
test is my
researched
first thing, bro.
bacteria and I researched it good and decided
Let me ask you
the
this:
whole night is not good.
How you gonna get good? How you gonna get good bacteria in your belly if you ain't never eaten none of the bad ones? That's what I think with like kids nowadays. How you gonna get strong immune
And
system
listen.
if you ain't never had no
If
good
I went an
flus?
hour past the recommended time where shit will start growing, then yeah, maybe eat it and be healthy. But this was a whole night that I left.
it was bad.
I left a
Like,
butt.
we're talking like 14 hours.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh, maybe I left it out for like 3 hours.
If it was like
or
an
something.
hour. I'll never leave shit out. After I research like the bacteria, if Emma leaves food out, I'm like, babe,
One of the things
put it
that
in the
people-
fucking
one of the things that
fridge,
people
like,
piss me off with
Jesus.
is pizza, bro. Pizza collects so much bacteria just sitting out on the fucking
Yeah.
counter.
There's two ways to eat pizza: fresh or
Cold.
out of the fridge.
Yes.
or microwave it, but don't leave it out. I've been a
Oh,
huge
man.
freak about putting stuff away because I after researching that, it's like, dude, the bacteria shit
But
grows.
you need good bacteria. You need bacteria.
Yeah, and you could get some by leaving
Yeah,
it
you
out on the
got a
counter.
lot of it.
What
your body,
You know what's kind of weird to
24/7.
me is it was like, whoa, you don't want us to get COVID, but you're gonna fucking give us shots full of COVID. Weird.
Dude, you guys need to watch the fucking Jon Stewart.
I saw that on YouTube. I wanted to watch that.
Jon Stewart was on Stephen Colbert's show on CNN. It's fucking insane.
So it basically, Jon Stewart supporting the idea of a lab leak. I haven't seen anything other than the title though. But I mean, that's
Yeah,
Did you guys see my post the other day about how fucking weird like all this shit's like?
Oh, it's been like what, a year and a half, and we're finally back to the. Oh, it's probably Wuhan. Fucking their lab leak literally was named in Chinese. Wuhan respiratory COVID
yeah.
laboratory is the joke that Jon Stewart says. It's so fucked.
When-
It's so fucked.
When we were talking about last podcast, we were talking about how the Bill and Melinda Gates, how through their other companies own the patent for the COVID. They own it for this specific COVID, and they also own other COVID patents. So like they own other COVID patents and this specific COVID patent.
You guys, we're talking about stuff that we're not.
I know. I just think it's weird, man. It's weird that you let
crazy.
inmates out of
Let's just drop it.
jail
That's
early.
the end of my notes. I don't have anything left for this topic.
Fucking content creators being predators. James Charles. Have you guys ever heard of that guy?
Is that the queer guy? That's like the makeup artist.
Yeah.
That's the one I was
Kind of.
thinking about the
He's,
most.
He's like under Jeffree Star, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about the most was that guy.
like the High Sister guy.
The one thing that I kind of was thinking about that really didn't relate to like content creators is the fucking like the fuck, what is it called? Like the Miss Little USA kind of pageants and shit like that. That shit is fucking whack to me.
Well, he's on that same train, dude. Fucking James Charles has had, I think, 17 people come out in the last 4 months.
I believe it.
About him,
And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Bruh,
like
come on,
sexing
bruh.
them underage, and one of them.
Fuck you, baby Jarvis.
Yeah, literally one of the messages that he sent to a person was like, "Fuck you! Why are you recording the things that I sent you? You fucking piece of shit!"
Damn.
It'd be
Whack.
like that.
It'd be like whack.
And he's like meets with Susan Wojcicki,
Don't know
like
who that is.
the CEO of YouTube or Google, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
He was like, "I'll
ABC
bring you a
company.
few little boys if you let me back on."
Well, he's been doing it for a long time. It's
And they were not like 16 to 19. They were like, he's like 34 and they're like 12.
You're thinking Jeffree Star. James Charles is like 23, 22.
Jeffree Star was doing it too, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But fucking James Charles is doing it, and he's 23.
Hitting on
22.
like 14-year-old boys, though.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah. That's
14 years old.
Fucked.
It do be like that.
I wish
YouTube got a problem, dude.
I wish I was 14 again. I wouldn't have a beard or nothing. I'd look cute, maybe.
Yeah, dude. The fact that I don't know, it's hard. It's hard. You don't know who to believe sometimes.
Don't believe none of them, man. Don't believe anybody but your.
It's good. It's good when they have to post their messages though to come clean, because it's like, okay, if you don't have any proof, like, why are you out here? Like, yeah, I mean, you should be able to say something and be like, oh well, I know I don't have proof, but this guy really did this. Like, I'm trying to warn people of this person, but at the same time,
most of the time you're gonna have proof. You're gonna have those messages.
Yeah,
unless you delete them. I've deleted a lot of messages.
Yeah, like from 4 years ago. How the fuck are you supposed to have that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Understand.
I don't know. But yeah, I guess
I don't know.
they'll figure it out. Probably not.
Think,
They
dude,
want. They don't care if
this
it
whole
happens.
this it's weird, bro. It's not just content creators. It's the whole not the United States of America.
Everyone. Every average Joe guy. If you told me, if you put 5 random guys picked from America and put them in front of me,
how many looked up teen porn,
right, or something, and said, and you said to them, bro, you're not gonna get caught, but here's a 15-year-old girl, and you can have sex with her.
Yep.
I'd put my money on it that all 5 of them would fucking go
4
for
out of 5, like 4 out of 5 dentists. You
yeah,
know,
recommended.
The
or
one,
approved,
the one
approved,
dentist
approved.
is like, this is fuck, dude. The
Yeah.
one dentist, me and Dylan probably. are
Yeah.
like, bro, this is fuck. I'm not using Colgate. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, dude, I do agree with that. That
4
it's
out of
like
5, bro. It's
there's so many perverts in America,
whack ass perverts. Bro.
and the only reason that I feel like you gotta bully and you gotta keep people in check and be like on people about
this reason.
not being a weirdo. Like, if people are being a weirdo like that, you need to bully them because they're gonna keep being a weirdo. You need to show them, like,
castrate
listen,
them motherfuckers.
it's I know some bullying's bad, but there's like the good side of bullying. Like, you need to have good bullying of saying, listen, like, you can't act like this,
So,
because we're gonna come after you for it. Not just like, oh, you look fat, you're fat and you're weird and you're gross. Like,
What if like those kind of people didn't act upon their fucking things? Like, they were pedophiles, but they didn't act upon it. Do you think there's such a thing?
Yeah.
Like, are there pedophiles that just don't act upon what they're?
Well,
you know?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's when we said how many. If you gave me 5 random people in the
Right.
country, you know, how
So-
many would I bet would? And you gave them some
4 out of 5, like the dentist.
like the dentist.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, and there's other people in the YouTube community that Mini Lad. Have you seen
Nope,
anything
never
about
heard of that.
Mini Lad, part of Vanos Gaming?
He'd be calling people
Was
out.
was
He was a part of it.
called out for grooming fans.
So they got to
And
be under 18.
part of the biggest gaming community in what became YouTube gaming
Can I say this?
was Vanos Gaming.
Can I say this? Do you think you can groom people without them being underage?
Yes.
Of course, I think so.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, you could.
I mean, so what? Why?
That's why a 30-year-old marries a fucking 60-year-old millionaire. You know.
Yeah, of course.
But what I'm saying is, like, they're grooming fans that are underage.
That's the fucked up
Mini
part.
Lad, like, dude, it was
Vanos
the
is- that's a-
reason
that's a
the
company?
reason
That's
Vanos
like a
Gaming.
company then,
No, it's just
or-
a YouTube community
Okay.
that took off through Grand Theft Auto 5 on Xbox, and they blew the fuck up.
Yo. Were they doing the role play or?
No, literally 2014 when it came out.
Oh, okay.
Like online, like GTA Online, just blew up. Like it's I Am Wildcat, Vanos,
yeah,
yeah,
okay.
like all
Yeah,
those
yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah,
Mini
okay.
Lad was part of the group. So is Louis Calibre, who has been exposed for grooming fans. and H2O Delirious has some allegations.
Oh God, did we talk about him before? Or did I see that H2O Delirious? Maybe we talked about him. I can't remember.
Either way, it's just like,
dude, what's crazy though is your fan base is
that's
bunch of
what
younger
made
kids.
YouTube gaming though. It was that group of people
Right.
made YouTube gaming.
It's crazy that their fan base, that's like, you're not Nickelback. You don't have a bunch of fucking, country bitches that are out there showing you their tits legally, and go fuck whatever groupie you want. Their groupies are all underage girls and boys, but if a girl walks up, it's probably mostly young boys too. Like the young girls, but if you have a young girl walk up to your stage, they're like, I could just imagine from their nerd virgin mind of, oh my God, this girl's so hot or something, like bro, go after their mom or something,
Stacy's mom?
Stacy's mom.
Alright,
Go
I'm down.
after Stacy's mom.
Yeah, it's
Don't
just,
go after Stacy. Like,
so Louis Calibre and H2O Delirious are under fire recently from that group. Literally what made gaming on YouTube popular. Like before that, it was just skit comedy and bullshit. Before that group hit YouTube doing
Right.
Grand Theft Auto skits and random bullshit.
If you hear anything weird, we do got a studio dog today.
We do have the studio dog.
Let's
I
see what it
grabbed
sounds.
the tail.
You grab the tail.
Oh, he's about to go upstairs. Poltergeist style.
That's my
Yep.
favorite dog, by the way. If you have any dog that you think I'll like better, it's not gonna happen. The bestest dog.
Yep. Oh, there it goes. But yeah, it's an area that I think people are. It's hit all edges. And gaming is where the nerds of the virgins of the world are united, and that's where the creeps are. So if they start seeing more of these people getting in trouble for it, that's where it wasn't like this, 5 years ago or whatever.
But there's been a lot more streamers since 5
Right,
years
and now,
ago.
people are paying attention. The Me Too movement, it's getting
Well,
big.
I don't think
Yep.
it's gonna stop. I think it's
No.
gonna be a reoccurring problem.
I think
where
multiple streamers are gonna be,
it's gonna be a reoccurring problem where influencer after influencers,
Right, especially young, because they're
abusing-
young.
yeah.
They don't know. They think they can get away with
I
whatever.
don't know. I'm just gonna say this right now. I've sent some weird stuff out on Snapchat that I regret 100%. I mean, if it catches up on me, it's
not
gonna catch
even
up on
that.
me,
It's,
man.
it's fucking like Twitch, like all that shit. You got mods, like
Yeah.
all that shit saved.
I wish I had a mod. I'd make my
Yeah, bro.
on
It's all
Snapchat. Be
saved.
like, bro, let me get a
Everything.
mod to make my
DMs
wiener
are saved.
bigger.
That's what I'm saying. I hope they realize that you can't delete another person's DMs of your conversation.
Like
Yes.
I'm 100% comfortable with everything I've ever sent to anyone.
Nope,
Same.
I've sent a lot of
Being
nudes.
public.
I'm just saying that right
Well, I mean,
now.
I don't want my nudes to get seen, but it was
Well,
legal.
off Snapchat.
Okay,
like
off
I'm
Snapchat,
I'm
okay.
totally comfortable about but people need to open their eyes. They're like, you can't be doing that shit on the internet anymore, like you were
Not
doing
anymore, bro.
doing like 4
Right,
years
right.
ago. Like that.
Bro, this ain't Toontown. This ain't no Disney. I don't know. It got weird, man. A lot of things have been. A lot of doors have been opened, and a lot of doors that should have been closed have been opened as well.
It is just, it's such a fucking, and the exposure of the fucking people in power messaging their underage fans.
Yeah,
Just
like, you never
it's-
seen
it's
50
almo-
Cent
it's-
doing
it's-
this.
it's
You've never
almost
seen
like-
Eminem doing this. This is just
It's
like
it's
relatively new.
almost like I'm getting ready to ask McCheese to send me a picture of his driver's license before I
Let me get
send
your
him back.
fucking social security. Do they have social security in Australia?
I don't know. He'll message me tomorrow and let me
we
know.
do not.
He'll be like, I watched you guys' episode. I don't have a social security number.
I don't know what they got over there.
But no, it's just like, dude, like that's like a ride or die fan. Kind of like I'll talk to him every once in a while, but like, dude, you cannot be messaging fucking fangirls.
Oh no, dude.
Like,
Especially sending nudes and shit. Especially
No.
in like,
not in 2021, bro.
Bro, people are gonna see what you've been messaging. Right? This ain't 2012.
There was actually, I don't remember which story it was. I don't know if I missed it. One of the people that I was talking about, or one of the girls, I don't know if I put this in my notes or not, but she had a guy post her nudes, tried to expose her or something and get her banned off Twitch by exposing her, but she was she might have been like a porn or a porn star or something. And so he exposed where she was at, and they tried to get her taken down, and it's just I don't know, man. It's a weird place.
Well, if she wasn't a porn star, it is illegal to share your significant other's nudes and stuff, even if you are a seppo.
That's right. I think it said something about her trying to clap back at him for trying to expose her, where her website was or where you could find her picture or something like that.
By the way, I've been trying to bring in this new word. It's not even a new word. It's an American new word called seppo. I've looked at all the Australians and calling all of us seppos. So
Australians are calling us seppos?
Yeah, because it's short for septic tank, which is short for septic yank. And all we are full of shit.
Wait, Australians are calling us that?
Yeah, because we're full of shit.
McCheese, you asshole.
So, a seppo. A septic tank.
I'm literally going to DM him tonight and be like, you seppo.
You should.
Yeah, it's alright.
He'd be like, I am not from America.
Probably.
I just thought that was such a fucking cool, insult. And I kind of... What's that one movie? Mean Girls? What was the fucking insult she was trying to bring back? Oh, no, that wasn't an insult. It was oh, that's so...
Fetch.
That's fetch.
Fetch, bro.
Right, that shit fetch as hell.
Fuck does fetch mean?
We talked about James Charles. We talked about Mini Lab. We talked about fucking
Drake.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We kind of talked about fucking, the girls getting overrun by the fucking,
Talked about honey coming.
Yeah, that's what I...
Honey Dick.
Honey dicking.
Honey rustling.
Honey?
That's dude, that story with Miss Unicorn. Is that Zombie Unicorn?
Zombie Unicorn.
Dude, that shit's fucked.
I don't know. I think one thing we should really look into, though, is the fucking Miss America pageants, bro. That shit's fucked, too. I don't know. I really think that... So this girl that I've been talking to kind of was trying to talk to me about fucking the... What's it called? The
Talking about the
instant
girl
fans.
you met last week.
Hey, yeah. I met this girl last week. She's trying to talk to me about instant fans or whatever it's called.
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. I'm like, bro, I don't think I would attract the fucking people that you'd want me to attract. So I don't think I'd get that much money.
Yeah, I don't think I would
And
either.
I have to pay taxes on that shit?
I mean,
Fuck
I
that.
do it, but it's more of a me thing. I don't even give anyone my account.
I'd give
I don't charge, but if someone stumbled onto my
don't
account, I
charge.
just let them watch,
All I do is called the mini bus. You ever heard about the mini bus?
Yeah.
2 in the front and then fucking 5 in the back.
Yeah. No, I never heard of that. You learn something new every day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, that's all I got on our creepy streamers is what I labeled my title for the notes. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add on it.
Not really streamers, but I still
Nice,
have
I don't
a
know.
fucking weird thing about the Miss America pageants, dude. That shit's fucking whack.
Yeah, just my thoughts were Mini Lad, James Charles, and we talked about James Charles, right?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. No, that's enough. I don't want to talk about him too much.
Nope. Ain't worth it.
Yeah. No, we're good.
We had a great episode. We're going to come back next week. We're going to clap back with some fucking fire-ass news, so better be coming back on Monday, which we should be set to go. There shouldn't be any problems. And, yeah, it's going to be a good fucking time. It is a good fucking time tonight, last week, next week, every week. Get in here.
I do have Wednesday night off this week, so keep your ears open. If you're notified on YouTube, you'll catch a surprise live show of us just talking shit.
Who knows?
Talking shit.
We'll find something to talk about. We'll figure it out. I got ideas rolling now. I got ideas all over the place to talk about.
But yeah, as always, follow us on Twitter at DeborahKPod, Instagram at DeborahKPodcast, and head over to Patreon page, patreon.com/DeborahKPod, and we will catch you next week.
Yes.
And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
Violence breeds violence. Repression breeds retaliation. And only a cleansing of our whole society can remove this sickness from our souls.
Those folks who were responsible have been held accountable.